Saudi Arabia is facing a significant challenge. Its vast petroleum reserves, one of the largest in the world, are projected to start depleting by the year 2050. This presents a major economic risk, as the country heavily relies on oil revenues for its income. To tackle this impending issue, Saudi Arabia has launched Vision 2030, aiming to diversify its economy and reduce its dependence on oil. A cornerstone of this vision is NEOM, a mega project estimated to cost $1.5 trillion. The centerpiece of NEOM is the Line, a city spanning 170 kilometers in a straight line. The line will feature cutting-edge technology, nature reserves, a super-fast transportation system, and all daily necessities within a 15-minute walk, all housed within a mirrored glass structure in the desert. What's more remarkable is that the line, estimated to cost $500 billion alone, is only one of many infrastructure projects within NEOM. Some of the projects planned include Oxagon, envisioned as the largest floating manufacturing complex in the world. It aims to be an advanced and clean industrial ecosystem, expected to be completed by 2030. Trilion is a world-class mountain destination with a year-round moderate climate. It is designed to celebrate art, heritage, and diversity, featuring an artificial freshwater lake and a ski village as its prime attractions. Leja unveils an extraordinary experience nestled within a natural valley carved between 400-meter-high mountains, featuring multiple luxurious hotels. Epicon, another sci-fi hotel complex, weaves an ultra-luxury hotel, resort, and residence in the coastal plains of NEOM's northern limits. Serana presents an ultra-luxurious destination, home to a 65-key hotel with a towering hexagonal pillared design blended into the natural terrain, along with 35 exclusive residences. Cherished between the ocean and mountains on the Gulf of Aqaba, Norlana is a hidden gem designed to foster well-being and sports activities amidst striking landscapes and scenic vistas. Aquelum presents a subterranean digitalized community of the future. Encased within a 450-meter-high mountain range along the Gulf of Aqaba coast, Aquelum epitomizes the future of luxury, innovation, and lifestyle. Inverting architectural principles and integrating into the mountain, it will house spectacular hotels, apartments, retail, leisure, entertainment zones, and innovative hubs. These are only some of the projects planned for this region. Now let's get back to the main event. The line aims to be a city free of roads, cars, and emissions, accommodating 9 million people within 34 square kilometers. Powered entirely by renewable energy, it prioritizes residents' health and well-being over traditional infrastructure. Key amenities will be within a 5-minute walk, and the entire city can be traversed by train in 20 minutes. The line's urban planning layers functions vertically, fitting the zero-gravity urbanism concept. Public parks, schools, homes, and workplaces will be arranged vertically, allowing citizens to meet their needs within minutes. The city's exterior will feature a mirrored facade, blending with nature. Initially planned to host over 1.5 million inhabitants by 2030, projections have been scaled back. The population target for 2030 is now 300,000, and the city's length has been reduced from 170 kilometers to less than 2.5 kilometers. Bloomberg reports that contractors are withdrawing due to project complexity and financial issues influenced by the oil market. The reason Saudi Arabia is undertaking these radical projects is to attract foreign investment, similar to what the UAE has successfully accomplished. Without this transformation, the country risks going bankrupt once its oil reserves run out. The urgency is compounded by the increasing adoption of electric cars in Europe and China, which presents a more immediate threat than the eventual depletion of oil. In essence, the plan is to invest heavily in flashy infrastructure projects to attract foreign investment, talent, and tourists. However, it appears the government doesn't fully grasp that these mega projects alone won't suffice to draw in money from abroad. Key elements such as basic infrastructure, a robust labor force, and a stable and flexible government are also essential. While Saudi Arabia meets some of these requirements, it falls short in others. Their focus on these mega projects blinds them to the truly important aspects needed for sustainable development and long-term investment appeal. Currently, A staggering 42% of the country's total GDP comes from the petroleum industry, and it accounts for 90% of its export earnings. This is exactly what Saudi Arabia is looking to change. Economic researchers have recommended that the kingdom focus on less expensive and more productive projects that can actually help in attracting foreign capital. However, there is a major barrier to making these needed changes: the Saudi oil-funded extravagant lifestyle. Thanks to their large oil revenues, the government provides all citizens with significant discounts on petrol fuels, no income tax, and limited taxes on products. While they have attempted to end this unsustainable practice, the Saudi government has been forced to backtrack multiple times due to backlash from the masses. Yet the future is definitely not in these super expensive mega projects. Let's take the line, for example. What logic is there in building a linear city? Constructing these enormous walls will require an absurd amount of energy, resources, and technology that either has yet to be implemented on a large scale or simply doesn't exist yet. Its layout is unlike any other city and will require countless untested solutions to function successfully. The closest thing we have to the line currently is the Hyperloop train, which is nowhere near ready for massive transportation. Water filtration and desalination are also significant issues. Yes, we have the technology to do it, but not on a country-level scale. The amount of money that all this would cost, not only to construct but also to maintain in the coming decades, can't even be calculated properly, with estimated costs growing and even multiplying every year. On top of that, the amount of carbon emissions this project will emit is estimated to be around 1.8 billion tons. That's equivalent to the UK's estimated emissions for the next 4 years. Imagine your single project competing with a country from the G7, and the country loses. That is bad, especially when the headlines all say that everything will be carbon neutral. All these issues have begun to garner the attention of major corporations and countries, but not in the right way. One significant problem is Saudi Arabia's habit of leaving projects unfinished. According to global data, the Gulf region ranks second to last in projects that reach completion. After the success of the Burj Khalifa in the UAE, Saudi Arabia announced plans to build even higher. The Jeddah Tower was planned to be the first skyscraper to reach 1 kilometer in height. The project is currently stalled due to two main reasons. Firstly, they pushed the boundaries of modern technology by trying to use concrete as high as possible without steel members. Secondly, and more importantly, the project's main financial backer, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal, was arrested alongside 11 Saudi princes in an anti-corruption campaign. The project was supposed to cost $1.2 billion, which sounds completely reasonable compared to the line, yet it still couldn't be completed. To their credit, Saudi Arabia has made efforts to change in recent years. The country has implemented several reforms aimed at modernizing its economy and society. However, the greatest problem is that the country has still not changed fundamentally. The conservative nature of Saudi society and its strict adherence to traditional values often clash with the rapid modernization and liberalization required for such ambitious projects to succeed. To put it simply, the country's goals for such a short time are delusional. It's not that they lack potential. They have the money, human resources, and one of the best universities in the Gulf region, providing them with a large pool for a knowledge-based economy. But for that to happen, they need to focus on bridging the gap between their old and new values. Instead of these futuristic, movie-esque megaprojects, they should concentrate on more practical projects that have the potential to improve things and drive progress. What do you think? Will Saudi Arabia succeed in its megaproject endeavors, or will they fail? Will they finally learn from their past mistakes? Tell us in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to Atlas Cove.